What? Sorry, you're saying how to stabilize it? Yeah. The stabilizing is first, again, you go to that place, right? You go to that place. It depends on each individual. Sometimes if you're really beginner, you find it a little bit hard. Then you go to those places by finding right places. You go in a more quiet room. You go into the nature. You go to the places where no disturbances. You're trying to go into that space. It's easier to find that. Once you go there and you find it, and then it's just a question about like everything else. Like just stay 10 minutes there, stay 15 minutes there. Feel very comfortable. Feel very nourished by that. I feel like the absolutely beautiful place to be. Like without going anywhere, you can just go there. So it's just a matter of like just extending more and more time. So that's one way to go for beginners. And for intermediate or a little bit more advanced, then you go moments when you can never think of going. Just I don't know. Let's say your car breaks down in the middle of the night. It's raining and you cannot call anybody. It's cold. And you can never think about meditation in inner silence, right? You can never think about it. And that moment, you can say, why not here? And the moment you go there, you will find amazing. Because that place doesn't recognize anything. That place does not know your car broke down. It's your ego, And the awareness is completely fine. So you again, some sense of who will remember, who will think about meditating in the middle of night when you broke your car in the cold weather and stuck in the night in the street. Nobody will think about it. But you can. And if you think that way, you might find much more sense of peace. You'll find maybe more solutions. So it's like any moment. And we find enough moment in our life to do that. Right? Enough moment, enough situation in our life. And those are the times when we really need. When we find challenges, when we find some difficulty, trusting that, going to that place, that's what we need. And then to remember to do that. And one time you find support, help, you do two times. Or twice you help, you get more and more confidence doing it. So that's, like getting familiar with anything. That's really a real meditation is becoming more familiar, not just having experiences, just becoming more familiar with that. Just anytime. That makes sense? Let's say, for example, let's just say one simple example will be facing traffic. Anybody loves traffic? Yeah? Okay. So, the moment when you face traffic, everybody reacts, not comfortable reaction. So you can say yourself, and as long as you have a car, as long as you need a car, and you can say yourself, any time when I face traffic, when I feel this emotional block, and that will be a reminder for me to go into that place. Just one commitment, one awareness. It's one simple thing in life. You can just tell yourself, do that. I will promise myself, now on, any time when I face traffic, when I feel like this kind of stopped, whole heartbeat and whole my inner being stopped, not only the car. So I will remember to go to that place. Just say that. And you're not taking away time from your children, your family, your work. No excuse. You cannot say, I don't have a time to meditate, because there's no excuses. So just simply, it happens so frequently. Just if you remember that, and as I said, one day when you begin to love the traffic, that is your realization of this practice. You'll say, I love traffic. I want to get stuck in a traffic. Of course, you're not liking traffic. You like the state of being. which you found through the traffic. Is it possible? Of course it's possible. And sometime when, you know, sometime what in our life, what we feel like, even we don't have a problem, we're so anticipating problems. This might happen, that might happen, all this possibility, like a lawyer's mind. Right? All this possibility. Yes, it could happen. That's called, you know, impermanence. It can happen, but you're anticipating so much. And what happens in anticipating so much? Sometimes inside, sometimes it doesn't feel right. You don't feel completely, kind of this sense of flow is not there, you know. But we get conditions by these ideas. Something might happen. And so anyway, so some sense of, I think what I'm saying here is there are different moments in our life. It's just perfect time to do those experiences. You don't need to remember your bell. You don't need to remember your drums. You don't need to have your prayer books. You don't need your notebook. You know, you don't need anything to do this, right? And everything, what so-called challenges, all those challenges which we have enough, they are the reminder to do it. So you don't have to even ask anybody to remind you, because you have enough reminders. They will remind you. Only you have to tell, they are my reminder, and they are there to remind you. If you tell they are my problem, that's another way to label that. You can say they are my reminder of my practice. That's another way to label it. As long as you want, if you're so excited and interested in labeling it, just label something more exciting, interesting ones. You know, not the typical label, but, you know, like a little bit more exciting. It's illusion. You know, the moment you see traffic, it's illusion. You know, pigleys, or the bindus are manifesting in the traffic light. You know. Yeah. Any other? Yeah.